Mine made the brand. Free duck, yeah. Yeah. I can't stop, I got a grind tryna make it to the top. They looking at me like I'm crazy, man, yeah, maybe, but I'm amazing. God made me who I am. Yeah, you know I'm him. Yeah, I'm a king, not a pimp. Driving straight to the rim. No, I can't stop, I'm just me. And the game just yeah.
Welcome to Mom Made TV. I am here with Dr. Jennings, and she has a new book that she's published. It's called Forgive and Let That Go. I wanted to interview the sister and see what she, how she got started, and see if she can tap in with us. How did you get started, and what made you write this book?
Yeah, so my journey started really in 2015 with a lot of loss in my life. It was losing my mom to stomach cancer, going through a divorce myself, and actually losing everything that I had and having to restart. So I started writing as a way of healing myself. This is book number 8 that I've written. And so this one is Forgive and Let That Go. I've kind of learned that as I continue to heal, as things come up, it's helpful for me to write about it, to be able to help others along their way. And so in this season, there were some things about forgiveness that I need to kind of work on. And so I wrote, and then that was my way of kind of delivering and providing service to other people also.
That's beautiful. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So you said you had 8 books. When the first book that you, what is the first book that you ever wrote?
Yeah, the first book that I wrote is actually Overcoming Loss.
Okay.
Of course, I said that's how my journey started in 2015. And so my way of dealing with the grief that I was experiencing from the death of my mom and the loss of a long-term relationship was to write about it, to do my own personal development, go through some counseling, coaching myself to kind of support me along my journey. And so that's where I kind of started everything.
That's what's up. That's amazing. So this on Mom Made TV, we usually ask everyone the first main big question, which is like, do you believe in God? And what's your belief system?
Yes, I definitely believe in God. I've always had a firm foundation. That is one of the main things that has kind of got me through a lot of just negativity in my life and the loss that I experienced, learning that there is something greater. There was purpose through the pain and experiences, and being willing to kind of listen to my intuitions of Holy Spirit as it led to me the next step to get out of that hole. I've continued to do that. And so definitely that is my guiding force.
Okay, cool. A lot of times there's this disconnect. Well, it's just a disconnect all the time with different religions and things like that. What do you think that disconnect is? Do you think you can tell us about what you think?
Yeah, so I personally learned there's a difference between religion and really having a faith in a relationship. Growing up, I think I was brought into religion and I followed through, but at 9 years old, I really learned to have a relationship, and that relationship with God, a higher power, has just continued on, and that is what gets me through. So it's not just going to a building, literally, every day of my life, there is a force, a being, a knowing that someone is there supporting me, protecting me, guiding me, and it's more of that relationship and that covering.
Got you. Okay, so if you had to tell the kids, like maybe around ages 11 and up, what advice would you give them to go on a good path, like where you going?
Yeah, so I am a person of service, and I actually have an organization for boys called Boys Matter to Men. It's a mentorship program that I brought to my community. And the goal of that is to work on not just telling our boys, but showing them. And so we work on pairing men of character with our young men who might be struggling actually from ages 8 through 18 and needing a positive role model, someone to pour into their life and teach and actually become a part of that, recreating the community village. And so to me, it's really more than just telling, it's really showing and doing. And so if you are someone or, looking for support, it's really about finding someone that you can trust, finding someone that's walked the journey that you're on, and also like having accountability along your journey. And so realizing you're not alone, and it's very important to not try to do things completely by yourself. Community really does help and make a difference when you have the right community and environment you surround yourself with.
Facts. So and that's another issue as well. In I say the Black community, but more so like the entire world. But what do you say that is the issue with the the violence that we have in the destruction of the community?
So another area that's really important to me is the mental health of our society. A lot of that is being neglected, meaning we have these requirements, we have these standards that we expect everyone to kind of follow, but we're really not providing the right mental support, the right coping skills, the right emotional skills that they can kind of have to build to be able to handle all the changes, transitions, things that are kind of happening that has always happened. And so when you think about violence, it's something that it's a quick way of reacting and responding. And so whether it's our youth, whether it's our adults, they haven't been taught the coping skills to deal with the emotions, the feelings that are just, raging inside. And so in order for that to make a difference, we have to empower mental health, coping skills, emotional intelligence, where we teach them what they're feeling, we provide preventive methods to kind of support them so that they can make better options and better choices.
Thank you. That's an amazing answer. That is an amazing answer.
Thank you.
So the next question I ask you, if you had to sit down in front of the entire world and you had the opportunity to tell the world something that like will help them, that will get us together, what would you say?
That's very easy. My mom, before she passed away, used to always tell me to remember that I matter. And that is what my business has now been. That is the message that I have lived my life ever since she's left this earth, to let the world know that, to remember that they matter, that you matter, that your life still have purpose, and that you never have to give up, because there's always hope as long as you have hope for a better future.
Yes, that's amazing. Okay, so I ask you one more question, and I, let you get back to your book signing, which is amazing. I want to say, out of all the different things in the world that exist, like when it comes to religion and it comes to, philosophy and things like that, what is the most important thing that you can think of that will actually give people something to hold on to for as moral value?
Good. Inner peace.
Inner peace.
Yeah, I think that there's so many people that are searching for a place of calm, a place of happiness, a place of peace. If you can have peace, that's something that no one can take away from you. That's something that, despite situations, despite challenges, you're able to overcome that and be resilient. Do it because there's a level of inner peace that gets you through the storms that life will bring your way.
Facts.
Yeah.
So thank you, sister. I appreciate your time, and y'all definitely go check out her books. And I definitely will be grabbing me a copy. So definitely check that out. Thank y'all. This is Mame TV.